on. All right. Selamat sore, teman-teman. Welcome back to another episode of Collaborators Without Direction, a tabletop adventure game where the players explore the Southeast Asia-inspired lands of Yoon-Suin. Currently, we are using the Whitehack rule set. My name is Gobin, my pronouns are he, him, and it is my task as referee to narrate the world around them as the characters seek adventure. We'll pass it off to our first player, Billy. Tell us your name and pronouns, and remind everyone, well, never mind. Just introduce yourself. We'll get to
Hi, I'm
introducing
Billy.
your
I go by he,
character.
him, and that's it because I'm dead. I'm playing no one.
I'm playing no one. All right. And then our only other player for tonight.
I'm Maggie. My pronouns are she and her. I'm playing Tiferet, a human bicycle messenger whose class is the Deft.
All right. Awesome. Before we get started, if you missed any of the previous sessions, I recommend going back and watching them on the Collaborators Without Direction YouTube channel when you have the chance. We've been having a lot of fun playing through Deep Carbon Observatory, and we'd love for you to join us again. Except the last few sessions are non-existent because of technical failures. On with the show. Yeah, we may still upload everything for the lip sync challenge. That may happen at some point in the future.
You should just lip sync yourself?
Yeah, we said that in the last
Gobin.
episode that was also not recorded.
You just have to figure out what you're saying and dub yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so when we last left off, the collaborators discovered a newly opened meander in the Nung River, surging through a section of dense jungle. Hastily, they decided to take a shortcut. They reasoned it would extend their supplies and might get them closer to the closest town upriver, where they could better treat the teen thief Tamduan's alcohol withdrawals, at the cost of limited situational awareness. However, once deep in the forest, they spotted a fishing skiff suspended high up in the branches of a tree several feet above the current water level. Curious about such a sight, the collaborators decided to maneuver their own boat closer and investigate. Only corpses were found inside the craft. And then Tiferet was hit with a steel dart from an unseen sniper, and at the same time, the corpses in the boat sprung to motion to assault the collaborators. During the short, chaotic scuffle, Winslow sustained a mortal wound from one of the reanimated corpses. As he bled out, something else seeped in with an unnatural laugh. A firebomb was detonated on the riverboat. Flames engulfed everything and everyone. Tiferet and Moti dealt with the mad Winslow as the rest of the crew scrambled to extinguish the fires and save each other. Once the situation was brought back to a state of order, an ominous trio of troublemakers perched in the branches of a nearby tree called out to them. "Stay away from the dam. The dam is ours," they said, before slipping upriver into the jungle, cloaked by the dense, overlapping foliage. We'll begin tonight's session under the light of the sun and splendor. As it rises into the sky, the dense canopy of the jungle absorbs much of its light. Beneath the canopy, the Nung River rushes between trunks and crashes through low branches. The riverboat sits wedged between trees, stabilized for a moment, while y'all stand in a circle around the corpse of the man that was Winslow Steeple. His clothes soaked in dirty river water, his face a ruined mess of meat and bone. So, how does... we'll start with Tiferet. How does Tiferet feel about this scene?
Well, I think Tiferet's first thoughts, other than God fucking damn it. God damn it. Other than just anger and frustration, is well, hey, like what were Winslow's like valuables, because those should be recovered,
Mm-hmm.
and like how are we disposing of this body? Because Tiferet has no interest in carrying this all the way to a dam and all the way back and figuring out who's no, 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 no.
None of that.
Couldn't
Tiferet
do
will
that for your best bud in
happily.
the world.
Hmm?
Couldn't do that for your best bud in the world, Winslow.
Well, you do know of a convenient sarcophagus.
That's true. Although Tiferet's very interested in Winslow being dead and staying dead.
It
Tiferet, I
already
think,
has
is
a
most.
bonfire built in it.
Tiferet is having a very bad time learning that I think that there are people who can make dead people move. That is not anything she wanted to learn about. Yeah, I think. I don't know what the rest of our boat crew thinks about just stripping Winslow of valuables and dumping his body in a river. But
They
Well,
don't
that
get
is
to
what
say
Tiff.
they're not here.
All right. So Watcher Tim is probably standing the closest to Winslow's body, and he's not like cradling him in his arms, but he is standing over him, just like clearly like in prayer, sort of like concentrated on that. And he's just like, oh no, Winslow, my poor friend, may you walk in the light of the Watchman. And Modi is like is sort of standing beside you, Tiff, and Modi's like, I don't feel so good, Tiff. Winslow was our mate. Did we do the right thing? Because if you remember in the last session, Modi was the one who like flying kicked Winslow off the boat before Tiff
Yeah.
shot him in the face. When he shot Winslow in the face.
I think. Well,
Oh,
Modi.
look at the color of this tea. This is a beautiful color. Tea of the night. Subscribe to our Patreon to join our Tea of the Night club at the $5 or higher club level.
Oh, yeah. You can learn what brand of Twinings we're drinking.
I have a nice barley-based tea over here.
Barley tea's all right.
Some hops.
There's, yeah.
So how does Tiff enter or react to Modi there?
I think Tiffer's just gonna let him know that, like, yeah, you did, like, he lit us all on fire. You did the right thing. Like, never regret killing a man who's lit you on fire, Modi.
Yeah, but did he really light us on fire, or did he just drop that? Like, I don't know. It all happened so
laughing.
fast.
I think the important thing right now is how do we make sure that we will not see Winslow again? Since apparently that's a problem that we can have. And also, how are my kids? I need to go thank
Yeah,
the scholar for
when you
rescuing
say
one of them.
you know that you want to stop Winslow from moving, Kaleo walks up and she's like, "Ah, curses! What were those things? They look like corpses."
They were corpses, from what I understand. They
How
are
does-
again.
Oh, how does that happen?
I don't know,
You know,
Kaleo.
when someone's dead, they're dead.
That is a foundational principle of my employment, Kaleo.
Yeah. the scholar Talila's like, I've read about revivified corpses called Rolang, but this is so much worse than I could possibly have expected.
You've read about something like this.
In only in passing, not I didn't study it. It was just I remember reading something about it.
So you couldn't say like name anything specifically that would be helpful if I say needed to understand things like good ways of disposing of them, how they're made, anything like that.
Well, I couldn't say anything about how they're made. That was the subject of, or it's not a subject that I am well versed in, but I would suggest talking to a reanimator, a necromancer, someone like that might be more able to help you out with how they're created. But as for stopping them, I think physical trauma seems to work particularly well.
Yeah, yeah, it's comforting that it does. Um, but well, you know, thank you, Scholar Chalila, for helping. Was it? Fuck. Which one was it? Because Watcher Tim and Scholar Chalila, both of them grabbed kids and got them off the boat.
Yeah.
Forget which one grabbed which.
I think Tim grabbed Labib, and Talila grabbed Muna.
Okay.
Oh. All right.
Thank you for protecting Muna.
And Echo's just sort of like sitting there. It's like, well, anyone else gonna hit this pipe? She's just like
No, Echo.
got her tinder box there and is lighting up her opium pipe.
One for the homies.
One for the homies.
Pouring one out for Winslow.
Sucking one in for Winslow.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Wow.
as y'all are sitting there, oh yeah, there was the question of what to do with Winslow's body, but I think you're gonna be fairly uncontested with at least keeping on to his more important, or keeping on to his gear.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think
Has that all been moved into the boat?
yeah, it should all have been moved into the boat.
I see. There's the glowy wafers. God damn, Winslow, you had jack shit.
It's so much shit. Yeah, it had no ranged weapon. Well, did have fucking throwing axe.
Yeah, did have throwing axe.
You could have used a throwing axe.
It's dangerous to throw an axe in your party like that.
People who live in glass houses should not throw axes. Well. Alright. And I think Tifrid's just gonna be like, well, like, just sort of like winging it, just being like, well, what would make sure that something is dead? Like, dead, staying dead. And just like, hammers in, like, I assume there's like wood or deadfall around that's available.
Well, funny you should say the words, how do we make something dead, hammers it in, because that's exactly what Kaleo did. She hit Winslow in the head with the hammer, if you remember, after you shot him.
And it's being like, all right, Kaleo, help me, like, just like ramming wooden stakes through Kaleo's torso.
You mean Winslow's?
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, through Winslow's torso. Yeah, Kaleo, help me do this. Ah!
She would be upset about that.
Yeah, and then, leaving it in the river. Or maybe off the river, on the shore. Would be
Well, all
nice.
right. So that's the thing. You're in the middle of. You're not only in the middle of the river, but also in the middle of the jungle.
Yeah.
So you're in the middle of the river, running through, flooding through the jungle. So there's not. You can't really tell where the shore is because it's just
Yeah.
trees all around you.
Yeah,
Like you can
leave
tell
his
which way is
body.
upriver because that's the opposite way of which the water is flowing.
We'll leave his body, you know, on something dryish, so animals will eat it before it just like becomes completely and totally disgusting. Sky burial.
The sky burial. Yeah. All right. So as you're trying to determine what to do with Winslow and Winslow's body, you hear the sound of something splashing through the river, and at first you're not entirely sure what it is, but then you put it together. You think that it is a paddle of something, of somebody paddling upriver from
Oh,
the
fuck.
south of you, of your position at least.
Tim, do you still have your musket?
Uh, yes, of course.
Is it
I still
loaded?
have my musket. Here, should I reload it?
Get it at the ready.
All right. So he starts. He starts doing that. It'll take him a second.
Yeah, and Tiferet is gonna keep her eyes peeled in the direct, like toward, like looking towards the sound.
Okay. Oh, dang it! I didn't update the cog for the map yet. Oh well, that won't matter. All right. Do do do. There we go. All right. Yeah. Try reloading Foundry. I did have to reload the server there.
Okay.
All right. So you are sitting there at the ready, and you hear someone say, "Oh, uh, sir, do you know how much further it is? How much further could it be up this river?" Well, okay, we'll keep going, just a little further, you said. And you see coming through, around, like starting to weave its way through the brush towards you, a canoe, and at the front of this canoe, you see a crab man. There is just like it's standing there, tall, covered in like armored plates. There, like it's natural armor, not additional armor, and this dingy canoe pulls around another tree, and you see standing at the back, like waving towards you, is Tiga from the town,
Oh,
from Vin Drin Dop. the one of the townsfolk there, and he waves to you, and it's like, oh, there they are. Yeah, I've come and I've brought your so I brought someone who's been looking for you. I'll let them introduce themselves. It's not my place.
How would he say? Hello. Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
You all look a little miserable out here.
Physically describe who it is, what it is that they see.
So you see, like, his skin glistens in the sun, and like looks slimy and. but he's clothed in like some very elaborate and like very nice looking clothes. Like has nice filigree on it, and just, and you might notice unusual facial features as he has eye stalks rather than eyes.
Ah, a slug.
He is a slug person. Doctor is slug person. Um, I heard that you may have someone who knows me in your company.
Everyone looks around and they're like, no.
No. Yeah.
An elderly gentleman. Might be going by the name of Winslow.
Ah.
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 Ah. Ah.
He's not recognizing anything anymore.
Oh.
Talila says, his vital signs are of interest to historians only at this point.
Oh, shut the fuck up. He's dead.
I already despise you. No. I think I understand what you're putting down. Would you, he? It's a sad. It's very sad, but you know he. I'm sad to hear that.
What do you want, slug?
He. He's taken something from me, and I wish to have it back.
He's taken. You're a long way from the Yellow City.
It's something very important.
What is it?
Sphere.
Well.
And might I add that your being near it is not good for your health. He took it from me without understanding how to store it.
What the fuck
properly.
do you mean sphere?
It's a rather large sphere. I don't. That's about all.
When I was unloading Winslow's belongings, did I come across a large sphere?
As a matter of fact, yes, there was a. I haven't actually put it in the, or I did put it in the cargo, and then it got borked. All right, I am adding it to the. Excuse me. Where
Here.
did that one go? Symbols? No. Nope. Damn. I don't know where it went.
You'll find the symbol later.
Yeah. Alright, I'll just make it,
What could I
We'll go with
ask
that for now.
what happened to Winslow?
He was bit and shot and hit with a hammer.
There you
Alright.
go. It's now in
I
the,
believe it.
it's now in the gear for the Lakshi cargo.
I see it. I don't like that name. Yeah, you know, like, well, you don't know. You know, we came across the living dead, and Winslow
Dead.
died, and lit most of our belongings on fire.
You know these people to have been dead before?
It seemed like it.
So what he spoke of was not completely unfounded.
Who?
Interesting. Winslow.
I would love to know more about what the fuck's going on around here. Like, I'm basically just here running an errand, and at this point, 2 people have died.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Winslow came to me with these tales of the undead and treasure untold of, but
Winslow
I
came to you with
didn't
those
really...
tales.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. This is completely rude. I'm Dr. Levinson.
Dr. Levinson.
Of Dr. Levinson's Mechanical Livery Co. and
Mechanical Livery Co?
he might have talked about it.
Tiferet has that look on her face that slugs aren't aware that humans have this look on their face all the time when they learn about some new fresh bullshit the slugs are on. Just like
he never spoke of his tutelage under Dr. Levinson.
he mentioned you very briefly once. We were busy. People were drowning.
You do things for people, and they just don't. They don't give you the credit that you deserve. Well, I told Winslow he was free to go after this pursuit if he wanted to, and but instead of just leaving, he takes my core from my automaton.
The core from your automaton. Is that what this is?
Yes. He thought it held. He thinks it holds some mystical power. It's all science, and it's all science. Doesn't hold any mystical power. He just wasn't smart enough to understand. But if it is in your possession, it is very dangerous, and you should dispose of it immediately.
I should dispose of it.
Well, give it to me. I mean, not this.
So you want this?
I have the proper cage for it.
Yes, but do you own it?
Yes, he stole it from me.
Yeah, that was in the Yellow City. Here, do you own it here?
Well, what do you what do you want for it?
You want I see this? I see you're all very injured.
I see you're all very injured. I could offer my services as a medical aid.
I think you'll be offering your services until we reach this god-forsaken dam.
Well, Watcher Tim's gonna pipe up and say, "Well, since Tiga is here now, that answers what to do with Winslow's body. Tiga, would you mind transporting this poor sap back to the excuse me, the Temple of the Watchmen at Vin Drin Dop?" And Tiga says, "Yeah, sure, I can do that. Just load him on in."
Tiga's not gonna make it back to there, is it?
Thump.
Actually, Tiga,
Yeah.
we encountered. You told us before about a well, what were their names?
Oh, my cousins.
Yeah, your cousins.
Yeah, Iga and Iga. We passed them on the way up this morning. It's
Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah. Well, I'm glad they're safe and sound, despite having spent a few nights resting on top of a sarcophagus.
what? Sarcophagus?
Don't worry about
They
it.
didn't mention anything about that.
They
That's
didn't
right,
mention
creepy.
anything about that.
No. No, they said they came down to be with us in Vin Drin Dop, because
Aw. I guess they were embarrassed. Either way, you don't have to worry about it. All of that problem's taken care of now.
Look, I'm willing to level with you. I'll offer my services to you in exchange for it, if that's what is necessary. I do.
If this orb is what it if this orb will purchase your services, that is a trade I am happy to make.
Yes, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I need it back. It's more
All right.
more important to me than it is to you, believe me. It's not well, I mean, I'm sure you could get something for the raw materials, but it is much more valuable as it is.
How valuable?
I'm not an appraiser. I just made the damn thing. It's pretty rare.
Well, it's
If
valuable
it
enough
doesn't
for you
kill
to
you
get your
before you're
help.
able to, if it doesn't kill you before you're able to sell it,
Well, it's valuable enough for you to offer your services to us. Then it's valuable enough for me to accept that trade.
Winslow
right
obviously
now-
had some sort of contract with your people. I will uphold this contract in exchange for it.
Oh, you spoke with Harjit.
Who is Harjit?
You didn't speak with Harjit.
I have not spoken with Harjit. I just
You
know
spoke
that
with the Ivory Guard.
Winslow is looking to leave in a hurry. I suspect he went with some sort of merchant fleet. Am I right in that, or am I wrong?
But we're not quite merchants.
Oh,
we're just delivery men who sometimes run afoul of the law.
Yes, we're precisely that.
The scholar says we're a academic group going north to the dam to investigate to investigate the historical artifacts that may be present there. We're
archaeologists.
Yes, exactly. We
Heavily
are seeking,
armed archaeologists.
funding. We are seeking private funding, if additional funding, if you or your trade house may wish to patronize us.
I think we can talk about that later.
How much? Now, I understand this is perhaps a somewhat rude question, but it's very strange to see a slug this far out of the Yellow City. How much money do you have?
On my person?
That's a start.
3 gold.
Oh my god. It's just like leaning over to the scholar, just whispering, like, this slug's broke.
I don't know. He seems to be functioning to me.
Do I need to like do a deception or something like that? Is there some sort of deception in this?
This slug's penniless. He's penniless.
Oh dear.
Yes, can you imagine a thing worse than a penniless slug to have around you?
Yes. One who is not penniless.
Well, I suppose that means that, well, it should be easy to get him to do things for us.
Oh,
It
I give a
explains
gold.
what-
I give a gold to who was his name that came up with me?
Tiga.
Tiga. I tipped Tiga 2 gold actually. 2 gold.
Oh shit.
2 of your
2/3
3?
of your money. He looks at him and he's like, "Well, all right. You looks like you're all set here. I'll be making my way back to Vin Drin Dop. Nice to see y'all folks again. I'll make sure this man gets taken care of the way fit of a watchman. Adios." And then he turns around and starts paddling his canoe back downriver, leaving.
Wait, Tiga, I don't know if they actually agreed to take me. Tiga.
Yep.
Not my problem.
All right, we're gonna pull the doctor aboard.
Oh yes, the doc is
No, you're-
firmly aboard, as is the crab follower.
Yes, Zoidberg, come here, Zoidberg.
Excuse. That's offensive.
Crabman scuttles aboard.
He's
He's also carrying my luggage.
I was like, I can't believe you managed to find a racist name for a crab.
Zoidberg.
So as soon as Doc comes aboard, Kaleo's like, "Oh, excuse me, I've never met anyone from the Yellow City, but I really like your clothes.
Oh, thank you.
They're really dapper."
I do kind of, I do quite like fashion a little bit. A little bit.
Man, I want to go shopping in the Yellow City one day.
I wish you the best of luck with that.
I could take you, although I don't think you'll like the tour that I would give as much as this one would.
All right.
Wow.
So, Winslow. Sorry, not. Damn, that's gonna take a little while. Doc is on board.
Well, if you say you're a doctor, now Winslow could almost tie a bandage, so hopefully,
Winslow failed a lot of the medical
yes,
portions of our training.
there are several of us who could use medical attention. Considering your previous compatriot lit some of us on fire.
Now that does seem out of character.
He was.
Oh right.
No.
He wasn't the most up. He wasn't the most up and up chap. But lighting everyone on fire was not his modus operandi.
Maggie, can I get a save for Tiff?
A save.
Uh-huh.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh no, I knew I should have taken the antidote potion.
Come on. Do the thing.
Do the thing.
I think I've lost my connection to the server. Give me a moment.
Oh yeah, reload it.
If you want, you can just roll against 10. That's my saving throw.
I can just roll your save. Ah, how about that? Okay.
I don't know what I got yet.
A 6.
Oh! Well, within that 50%.
All right. Yeah. So do you want to regain possession of the core there, Doc?
Yes. I'll do. So allow me to show you what the enclosure for the core.
Everyone is like gathered around.
I'll
Like
pop.
no one on this boat is not curious about what the fuck you're about to do.
Yeah.
I'll pop the briefcase open. Well, I'll take it. I'm taking it off of Dr. Zoidberg. I'll pop it open and insert the core into Atomic Tom.
Atomic Tom?
It's Atomic Tom.
Holy
The
shit.
automaton.
Does Atomic Tom need to eat rations?
No,
Beautiful.
He's nuclear, baby.
Winslow had nuclear power on his hands?
Nuclear. He just had this like core of uranium hanging around. No wonder you guys.
No wonder
doing
he
some weird
fucking went.
shit.
He started lighting everything on fire.
It's the radiation madness settling in.
Radiation madness.
That's totally a thing, right?
It's something, that's for sure. Yeah, so he's just with a few clanks. Atomic Tom rears up, and it's this clockwork, clearly, apparently nuclear powered robot. It, however, isn't a clockwork automata, so, and there's no digital stuff, so it has no voice and simply signs to you, hello.
Well, fuck
It-
me.
It turns to me and immediately starts going to make tea. It brews up tea in like 2 seconds and hands it to Doc. Oh yes, this is what I've needed this whole journey.
Everyone's seen some shit in her life, but like this is like what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think everyone is sitting there like, what the fuck?
Like, not only did this just happen, there's a slug on the boat who's like totally chill with it.
I mean, of course. Doc is a slug.
Yeah.
I can't actually put the demon core in. Atomic Tom does not have Atomic Tom is a NPC, so there is no like
They don't have an inventory?
yeah, there's no inventory.
Oh. Well, he is just very heavy, I guess. Himself.
Yeah.
That could do something with this boat. I don't know. We just added a lot of weight to this boat with the crab man and the automaton.
Yeah, but Well, I don't
The
know.
demon core was already there, so I guess it's not like that much more weight.
Yeah, it does. How much can this boat carry? Who knows?
Who cares?
Not getting in the weeds about it.
Yeah, really not getting in the weeds about that. Um, yeah, so you know, uh, uh, the scholar Talil is like, "Oh, wow, this is truly fascinating. How did you get this? What is the mode of animation that you have here, Doctor?"
Um, uh, Only about half of my life's work condensed down into a single robot man. It would take quite a while to explain exactly the workings of him. But he's my assistant. And I've found myself very dependent on him to help me about lately. And when Winslow took him, I was very distraught. Took his core.
Well, if you possess this, then that goes some way towards explaining the state of your perks. But
I just that's all I brought.
sure.
Do you think I'm going out in the boonies with a bag full of gold? It may have started that way. You guys robbed me blind.
Now, who knows how much that ferry up here cost? But
I probably could have bought the boat in the Yellow City.
Well, yeah, but who would fly it? You?
Yep. Well, that goes to show how much you know about boats. You're talking about flying them.
Pilot.
Oh yeah, by the way, let me just bring out my plane that I also have.
oh fuck! We'll get to the dam in no time.
It
Nah,
feels like I've
see-
been kind of pulling out a bunch of bullshit right here.
Doc isn't worried about how to get back to the Yellow City because they'll just summon a bunch of skeletons to fly them back.
Yeah.
Ah, you're that fucker.
Nah,
Such a difference. Just
Billy
heard
wishes.
Rumors of a strange old man. A story told to keep children quiet.
Well, so I could attend to some people's wounds, I guess. If
That would be good, yes.
Well, I'm not sure how much you can heal people because,
We're no longer immediately after combat.
yeah.
yeah. I mean, we just buried Winslow. Is that not immediately after combat? Or not buried, but
And we're not gonna. We don't
Disposed
really
of.
have time to take a long rest.
It's 1d6 minus 3. That's fine. We can do that. So, yeah, if you want to roll for... we can, I guess, start with Tiff, because Maggie's here.
Yes, a different did. That's the most damage difference taken in combat so far.
just in
Buscoso's on the verge of death.
I am aware.
It was almost a two-player character death.
I reload.
There we go.
Ooh.
So how much healing is it?
1d6 minus
D6
3,
minus
minimum
3.
1. Privately.
Oh, whoops. It was 0.
So 1.
So
Yeah.
Excellent.
Roll again for Buscoso. But it's also only for damage taken during that fight, and I don't remember. I think Buscoso was pretty low, actually.
I think at least 3 of that damage that Buscoso took happened in that combat.
Yeah, probably.
Damn, you got N15. Good shit.
2 damage healed to Buscoso.
Added it back. Wait a minute. This is non-magical healing, so I suppose that does actually help with Buscoso. Yeah, alright, roll for Thodos. Nice. How convenient. You only had 1 damage anyways. And then roll for Kaleo. Okay, and roll for Echo. Yep, roll for Echo. Okay, and then roll for Labib. Only got Labib, Talila, and Tem left.
Killing it.
What was that? Which one was that for?
Billy?
Billy?
I don't know if that was Labib or Tim. Did we already do Labib?
Okay. No, I hadn't done Labib yet. Labib's healed. So roll for Talila.
Nice.
And then Tim.
Yeah. What was that? 1.
Crit!
4. Perfect.
1.
Oops.
Critical 1.
Wrong way.
Negative 4.
Good job critting. He only took 1 damage. Alright, so the wording here under the wise is the wise supernaturally recuperate from any HP loss at twice the natural rate, but that is the only way they heal.
Oh. So I couldn't actually heal Buscoso.
I don't know. Does this count as
Natural healing? Probably.
Unnatural healing?
No, it doesn't say how they heal. It just says they supernaturally recuperate faster. They heal faster.
Oh.
But it doesn't say
Christian.
Christian.
Christian, do I have to like watch you live stream a game so I can understand what you mean by some of the sentences in your fucking book?
Yeah. So we'll leave it there for now. I ain't super worried. All right.
I guess that's also like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7. I've still got Winslow's.
Bandages.
Yeah. How many did Winslow have? I think I had a bunch.
I think they are all in the.
They should
They in
all
the
be in the
communal?
boat.
Yeah.
Well, we can add mine to the communal as well now. 15 more.
And Tiffert has a few bandages that she mostly uses for like nonsense.
Yeah. They're not actually
Basically,
on
it's
here.
tape.
I may have gone through them all. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it may have. All right. Gear.
Trying to fail at healing people. I just bandage the shit out of them.
Yeah. Right. Huh.
If I apply enough gauze, this patient will die.
That
but
doesn't
not
sound
die.
familiar at all.
Didn't train with the wound cube.
That sounds dirty.
Oh, you should see
So
it.
you're
dirty.
adding how many? You're adding 15?
Yeah. I guess
Except you
minus
just
7.
used some. How many did you use there? 1, 2,
7.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Alright, so back to Lakshi Cargo. 15 minus 7. There you go. Good to heal everyone up for one more combat.
Damn.
Burning through them bandages.
I mean, that was good though. Like,
At least we got healing out of it.
Yeah. Better than burning through them and not using them. Alright, so at this point you are on the boat, in the river, in the jungle. Just got out of a fight.
we could attempt to go forward, but like, if we get a random encounter with only 2 players, I don't like our chances.
Well, if you stay here, you will also get a random encounter each hour.
Yeah. I guess onwards it is then.
Now, the random encounters aren't necessarily like you've actually gone through many hexes and have not rolled random encounters. It was just that one that was right out of the
Yes.
gate was like kaiju fight the alpha platypus and the horseshoe mega crab. So what are your y'all want to move forward then? Continue moving?
I think we should move forward then.
All right, I'll switch to the overland map here.
You know, if we end up in a shitty situation, we may just like be like, and time.
Yeah, I think that would probably be wise if we get into a big fight. Just be like, yeah, and the yes roundabout music plays next time on JoJo.
All right, so As you can see, obviously, clearly on the map, you are continuing through the whoop, don't want to do that. How do I make a line? There we go. Yeah, there we go.
I don't. Oh, there it is.
No, it's not showing up. Okay.
That's okay then.
All right. Yeah, if you want to continue going through the meander there, it'll be into that next, the northeastern hex.
The one with the obelisk in it?
Yeah,
Joy.
it sure is.
Ominous at all? Ominous obelisk?
You know what? We committed to our decision. Let's do it. Do we look like fucking cowards? No.
Do we look like cowards? A little Beeb is gonna say to that, Miss Tiff, what does a coward look like?
Different's gonna glance over at the slug and then not say anything for a little bit. Think for a few seconds and be like, they're usually wealthier than anyone you've ever known.
Alright, so y'all are moving northeast there?
Yeah.
Okie doke. Whoop.
Into that like 2 o'clock position.
Yep.
I guess that's the 1 o'clock.
I mean, this is only broken up
Northeast.
Into 6 different... So it'd be 1 and 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
But not 3.
Probably not.
Definitely not 3, because 3 would be
3 would be
like a
directly.
quarter.
Oh, and it's not 12 o'clock either. Shenanigans. Alright.
I swear to God, I'm gonna pistol whip the next person who says shenanigans.
Hey, Farva, what's that place you like to go with all that shit on the wall?
Shenanigans?
Oh!
Let's talk about shenanigans, right?
Alright, you continue to paddle pole and pull your pontoon ponderously northward. I couldn't think of a P word for northward. And as you're moving up this river, you see in the distance actually an extremely tall, massive tree. Even from this distance, you can tell that it is a giant ulan tree, which is they're known for growing big, but this tree is particularly big, even for a tree of this species. It is the largest tree in the area. It is at least 150 feet tall, and it is wider at where it goes into the water. You can't see beneath the water, but where it goes into the water, you can tell that it, even from this distance, that it would be wider than you are tall.
Mm-hmm.
Has a grayish brown trunk wrapped in creeping vines, and at the branches, the lowest branches start 100 feet up off of the water. The rest of it is just a smooth trunk that goes all the way up, and at the top there are branches that support palm-sized dark green leaves in the canopy. As you're like making your way through this jungle, you see you see the glint of the sun off of something shiny up at the top of this tree. And at first you know, you don't pay it any attention, but then it happens again, and you notice that it is actually like there's something hanging up there, and the glint is a very goldish hue to it. This tree is so tall, though, that you're still a distance away from it at this point.
Would it be possible to climb the tree, or is it like very smooth?
It would be possible to,
Like, could I say like run a length of rope across the trunk, and begin the process of climbing it that way?
Kaleo is gonna say, yeah, we climb trees like this all the time. You gotta wrap the rope around and then like shimmy it up as you go. You
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to, climb it barehanded, but it's definitely doable.
Okay.
But that is a very tall tree.
Yeah. Gold's gold, though. I suppose none of us have any optics.
Mm-mm.
Those are expensive.
They are
Yep.
expensive.
So Leela says, well, I do have some, I do have a telescope, but I left it at the village because it is large and bulky and very fragile.
That's great, Kalila. Okay. Okay. Let's fucking go for it. Because I could attempt to shoot it down, but like I just like for starters, I've already used my gun attunement today.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, like I think that I know too much about the operation of black powder firearms to be willing to accept that even someone who is shooting perfectly could accurately fire upwards at something that far away. That like
150
I
feet.
think like 150 feet, like they could hit it, but if it's very small, like
That's a sizable shot with a pistol.
There's a
even
lot of averages.
A modern
Just,
pistol.
Like, shoot it a bunch of times.
yeah, that would be very difficult with a modern pistol, and like with something that doesn't even have rifling. Yeah, I think that is entering the realm of the impossible.
No, that's still very much
that's
nigh
still-
impossible.
Yeah, it's nigh impossible. It's conceivable that it would happen.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've used my attunement, and I don't think that without an attunement I could make that roll.
Yeah, it's slightly less than 50 meters, which is pretty hard to, would be very hard to do with a flintlock pistol.
Yeah.
Alright,
So I'm gonna try to climb this tree.
alright. You are setting up. Well, okay, so the first problem is that you have a boat that can be on one side of the tree, but you need to go all the way around the tree with this rope.
Yeah. Well, we have two boats.
Oh yeah, you do have a canoe. Okay, so that's easy enough then. You can walk around the tree with the canoe.
I suppose like me and Kalelo set this up together.
You good there, Billy?
Something
Bong.
just fell off.
So yeah, so I guess
Knocking
me
your
and
dog's
Kalelo work together.
Roll around.
to get the rope set up.
Uh-huh.
And then I guess I'm gonna start climbing.
Okay. Yeah, let's do a dex. Roll dex for that.
Okay.
Do you have anything that what do you have on dex?
On Dex, my only vocation on Dex is bike messenger.
Yeah, you're not really delivering a message here, are you?
No, nor am I like really doing anything like sure, climbing might have something to do with assassination, but like climbing a massive tree is the out of sight of that.
Right.
And, I'm willing to buy that I have the knowledge to do this from that experience, but like not like the knowledge to do it like confidently.
Yeah, okay. So just roll regular dex then.
Okay. Why? Where is? It's not prompting me for my rolls
Try
when I
reconnecting.
click the roll button. Come on. Oh. Yeah, I've lost connection to the server.
Yeah, just try reloading it.
No, I'm doing that. It's taking its time.
Okay. Here, I'll reload it. I'll reload the server.
There I am. Put the password. Load in. There we go. Bam.
12. All right.
All right. So we're making progress out this tree.
Yeah, as you're like scrunching your way up the tree here, you get closer. We'll say, maybe like 30 or 40 feet. And you get closer and like you look up and it's pretty easy from this distance to see what it was that's glinting in the sunlight, and it is it's a something. Where'd it go? It's a necklace, a golden necklace that is dangling from the outstretched hand of a corpse that is up hanging in the branches here. And as a matter of fact, you look around and you see several other corpses in the top of this tree as well. Yeah, you pause for a moment to count them, and you can see 14 bodies in the branches of the canopy of this tree.
Damn. Hmm.
And again, that golden necklace is like clutched in the hand of one of them. I don't have something handy to hold up. No handy prop.
So yeah, so we've got just like a corpse hanging from this tree
Mm-hmm.
with a necklace in its hand. None of this is good. How do these corpses fucking get up here? Like, fuck.
Kaleo's gonna shout up to you, seeing that you're like, well, not even shout. You're not that far away.
Yeah.
But Kaleo's gonna say, What'd you stop for, Tiff? What's going on?
There's corpses.
What? Oh shit! I see him now.
The gold's necklace. How close is it to the trunk of the tree?
Not very close. It's hanging out like further away in the edges of the canopy because it's out in the sunlight, and that's how you were able to see it from there. So you would have to climb up the trunk, get into the branches, get over the branches.
Well, I'm in a penny. I could be in a pound. But also everything about this screams you will die. Like long falls. There are already corpses there. A lot of them.
Oh, you haven't had anything bad happen with corpses this adventure.
Oh yeah. I can't think of anything worse than being alone 150 feet in the air in a tree with zombies. That sounds like certain death. Yeah. I think I'm gonna come down. And be like, I think with the way things have been going so far, that I'll die up there. I don't know what'll kill me. Normally, like, under more normal circumstances, if I had not just seen the dead rise, I'd be more confident about this. But like, that everything about that screams bad idea.
All right, so
Although now that I've seen the target, would it maybe be possible with the aid of Watcher Tim's musket or Thodo's bow to try to shoot it down?
the bow would be a lot harder, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not the best archer, but trying to shoot something with a bow
High up.
that's 50 meters away, straight up. I know a bow can easily reach 50 meters, but that's like...
Yeah. But 50 meters straight up is a very different thing than 50 meters horizontally.
Exactly. I don't know. I'd say it's doable with either of them if you want to try shooting it or having them shoot it.
I'm gonna try shooting it down. Would that just be like another like dex roll?
Yeah, it's just going to be dex.
Okay.
And you said you've already used your attunement.
Yeah.
So
standard dex roll.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Actually with disadvantage.
Okay, I'll roll again. Well, one was a crit, so yeah, it's a success and a crit. So I got the success.
Yeah, okay. So you managed to shoot the target there, and you hit the wrist of the hand that's holding it out there, and it seems
Pretty
to
badass.
have definitely damaged the wrist, but it's not releasing the necklace yet.
Oh. I suppose it's worth another shot. Roll again with disadvantage.
Yeah, if you want to shoot it again.
Yeah. Success. Oh, I didn't crit again, but blah blah.
All right. You fire it. You fire the You fire the musket a second time, and this time it shatters the hand. You hit the hand, and the necklace actually is broken by this shot. Some of the pieces do fall into the boat, but most of it falls off of into the water.
All right.
Broken into pieces. Now, so you do recover a few. I don't know what you would call them. Baubles, a few fragments of the gold pieces.
Segments.
Segments. And the other segments are made out of what you determine to be ambergris.
Ambergris.
Mm-hmm.
Precious hamburgers.
Russia's hamburgers?
Precious hamburgers.
Oh. If that's a reference to the latest episode of The Adventure Zone, I have not yet listened to it.
No, it's Futurama.
What?
It's
Anyways.
the episode where they talk about ambergris.
A solid, waxy, flammable substance?
Uh-huh. Used to make perfume from the guts of sperm whales.
Huh. Has a marine fecal odor. And ages
Not
to
your,
a sweet
not your
earthy
normal
scent.
land fecal odor. No, it's a marine fecal odor.
Well, it means it smells like fish.
Just poop.
Fascinating.
As you're sitting there trying to pick up the pieces of this, you also hear a sound. It's just and you look up and you see the corpse that you had shot has fallen, or has disentangled itself from the branches and is falling directly straight down towards the boat.
I've got this Varister here. Can I break its fall with a sword?
That's probably not a good idea.
Aw, but it's a cool idea. Um,
I am letting you know, as the DM, who's like, these are the numbers that I have stacked up behind this.
okay.
Is this our point of we should wait for everyone else before we get our combat, or are we gonna die again?
No, if you try to break the fall of a human body falling 150 feet with a sword held above your head,
It'll probably, yeah. Yeah. Exalted, this is not. Um,
You can't perfect dodge the Earth.
well, I wasn't thinking that. I'm just thinking like an Exalted would be like, fuck yeah, um, spear them on you, but uh, uh um 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 um. I don't think I have anything I can react in time with, other than like draw my sword and like be like, clear the deck.
All right. Yeah.
Like, sword and gun.
All right, I'll roll this out in the open just so you understand.
And also, like, we should
/R
get moving now.
1d6 times 100.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, there's your that's how much
Although
damage it
I
would have done.
taken one.
That's all I see is one.
The result you got was one, Gobin.
Because you rolled a 1 on a 1d6 times 100.
No, it's 1d6 x 100. There.
Ah.
I did an X instead of an asterisk, so it didn't actually multiply.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, thankfully though, this the currents had moved the boat a little bit, and the Rolang is not as accurate as one might expect, so it just splashes into the water there.
It just becomes like soup.
No, it doesn't become soup, but it definitely is not. It goes into the water and you don't see it again.
Well, you know, when you like, well, maybe not. Just like when you bash something with a spoon in a bowl of water, in like a pot of boiling water, because you didn't bother cutting it to try to break it apart. Well, let's get the fuck out of here.
Agreed.
GTFO. GTFO.
Yeah, if the corpses in that tree are waking up, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. Yeah. So
I assume Doc has no qualms with getting the fuck out of here.
Nope. I'm perfectly okay with it. He didn't even realize that people were coming back to life until you said something about it, so he's a little freaked out right now about seeing it in person.
Seems like we're going to be seeing it in person a lot.
all right. Yeah. So as this zombie falls into the water there, Tiff, you feel like the tugging at the waist of the clothes on your waist on both sides as the two kids are like scrunching up behind you, and the scholar behind you says, "Oh, it appears that this may be some sort of a recurring problem from now forward."
Yes? Yes. Yes. Well, yeah, I have to admit, none of what I was told about what I was doing prepared me for any of this. I'm gonna be very upset with Harjin when I get back. It's like, hey, yeah, it's
Echo's gonna quip in. Well then, what what were you prepared for if this wasn't what you prepared for?
what I prepared for was like, you know, like normal ruins shit, squatters, your occasional cult, like humans, humans. I prepared for humans.
Humans.
I was not told that there were going to be 12-foot tall platypi or um or, or, or living corpses. None of this was not part of my briefing. Let's put it that way. In the past when I've worked with Harjit, he's gotten me into hairy situations, but like nothing quite on this magnitude. I also wasn't aware that the place. I don't, I don't blame Harjit for the fact that he did not know that the place I was going to was going to be a flooded out hellscape the moment I got there. But I don't think anybody realized that was going to happen.
Heavens no, of course we didn't. If we had, perhaps we would have been able to prepare more for this.
Yes. Although, it is suspicious to me that all alongside of this, there's been cannibals and this group of living people who seem to be insisting that they own the dam in some way. All of this makes me worry.
Echo's gonna chime in and she say, they didn't say they own the dam. They just told us to stay away.
That's true. They also shot me with a poison dart, which... Actually, now that it's been some time, how's Tiferet feeling?
Like you got shot with a dart and then carved your shoulder open to get it out.
But not like I currently have a neurotoxin in my body.
There was not a deadly neurotoxin in the cake.
Okay.
You need to wait while we load up the deadly neurotoxin into the injectors.
Okay. So I'm not... Yeah. So my immediate thought was, oh fuck, I'm poisoned.
Yeah. Alright, okay, I will mark off another hour on the world map here. Okay, so you leaving behind the giant Ulan tree, you continue to push your way through the jungle, and
Have we made it back to the river?
yeah, you see where the river actually opens up, where the original river opens up here to your. If you look at the map, you can see the river is flowing from north. It's starting in the northwest there and flowing eastwards and rushing past you as well there. Excuse me. So the downriver is to the east currently. From downriver in, let's say,
While you're figuring this out, I am curious. Yeah. Doctor. Tom here.
Tom here?
The automaton.
Atomic Tom, the automaton?
Yeah. What? Like, who is this?
Yes, please tell us more. We're very curious about this mechanical man.
He's no one. He's a machine. He's
a machine?
He's a machine. He does as I ask, and he doesn't complain or
The Atomic Tom, like when you introduce him as such, just bows politely.
When you say he doesn't complain, like, are you used to that being the case when you ask people to do things?
only with Mr. Zoidberg. But but you feed him some fish and he's all right as well.
Uh-huh.
He just gets a little hangry, if you understand. No, but feel free to ask Tom to help you in your day-to-day life. He's always looking to help.
How strong is he?
Tom holds up what is, his mechanical bicep.
Nice. All right.
Clank, 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 clank.
I don't think he's very strong. He's just I gotta reload.
Well, he seems confident about it, so.
Can you see the You should be able to see it, Billy.
I tried to open it up, but it wouldn't open. So reload.
Okay. Yeah, everyone else should be able to see it, and you should be the only one who can open it.
He doesn't really have a strength modifier or anything.
No, he doesn't.
Therefore, I think not very strong.
Yeah, it would be the saving throw there, which is low.
Yeah. Mr. Zoidberg's the one. He's the one that carries my belongings. Because Dr. Zoidberg is strong.
Is that how Doc Levinson speaks crab?
Yeah, he goes.
Just like, Tiferet is not a progressive person, but like Tiferet is very aware of how it feels to live underneath a slug. And just frowns. Doesn't say anything.
All right. So
you
to the east, you are able to see, like just down the river a little ways. You're able to see a tendril of smoke coming from, out of. You can't see where, but you see a tendril of smoke from downriver. Other than that, upriver, you can just barely make out on the you can just barely make out a large hill upriver. But those are the only other things that you notice from this location.
Well,
now when you're moving downriver, you do move 3 hexes in an hour. But when you move upriver, you move 1 hex an hour.
Something tells me that wisp of smoke is Pelaginum.
What?
I could ask our guide. Kaleo, do you think that that's the town? Because this shortcut we've taken, do you think we've passed Pelaginum on the river?
No, there's no way we've passed Polnagolum. There's no way we've passed it. That would still be upriver from here. That could be the other town, Polnakrom. Is a smaller town in between the two.
Okay.
But I'm not really sure, but I think Polnakrom would be a little further away. It may be, though. It's hard to tell. Well, with not having, a map and a compass.
we could attempt to resupply at a town, but at the same time, that would undo a lot of the progress we've made by taking this shortcut. And also, like, I, with the flood and all, plentiful resources I doubt are plentiful.
Well,
And
Kaleo pipes up. She says, "Well, it has been a while since I've been up to Pulling the Golem. I did used to have an aunt who lived up there, a real sweet old thing, but she died several years ago, before any of this happened. But there, it's certainly a large enough town that we would be able to resupply there, most likely at least. I'm not sure how much of it was washed away, but it wasn't entirely down on the riverfront. It was
mhm,
spread out mostly up on a hill.
that's good. And this other town downriver was fairly small.
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot there. Um,
Yeah. Then we should probably, I think, keep going upriver.
uh, yeah. Okay, so as you're talking about going to Pol Nagolum, one of the kids like tugs on your sleeve and is trying to get your attention there, Tiff.
What is it?
Uh, I we just wanted to let you know that we'd heard a rumor of an evil woman in Pol Nagolum.
Was it the evil woman the children killed?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. And Kaleo also says, "Yeah, I heard that rumor too, but it's just kids. It's just kids. They're always
Ah,
making stuff up like that. Ain't no
a couple
no one
days
I ever
ago, I
talked
would.
to ever heard of any evil woman up there. Ain't no witches, nothing like that.
I would be inclined to believe you, Kaleo, but recent circumstances have led me have have left me willing to re-examine my assumptions.
I mean, that's fair and all, but you did hire me as a guide because I know the area.
That's very true. I respect your wisdom in this. I'm just saying that uh I can un I can understand the children's hesitation.
Um, yeah, you hear a beleaguered voice from the supply area say, uh, I think we should go to Portugal. I know there's definitely a bar there. Was a bar.
Yeah.
Was a bar.
Oh, you poor thing. Um, hopefully the thing that would be best for you in Polnagolem is a quiet place to sleep and eat. But yeah, yeah, doctor,
Yes.
Doctor. Doctor.
you,
A doctor.
you you wouldn't happen to have any experience in treating alcoholism, would you?
If I did, I would be a billionaire. The Yellow City. um,
No.
did I actually take some with me? No, I think I scrapped the alcohol that I had on me.
Nixed it for automaton money.
The automaton's just my follower.
Okay.
I get him for free. I had to pay for the crab man.
Ah, well. Well, yes, you did have to pay for the crab man. That's how slavery works.
Yeah.
Well, I guess upriver it is then. It is our ultimate destination is that way.
The dam, our destination.
Yes.
All right, so you want to move northwest then?
Yeah.
All right.
And I guess since you've brought that up, maybe I'm like looking for herbs or natural remedies to along the side of the boat as we go on. Maybe I could find something that might be able to alleviate his alcoholism.
Well, I'm not asking you to cure it. I'm just maybe you can
Maybe something
prevent
that just make him a little bit
seizure.
more. Maybe something just to make him a little bit more comfortable. I don't think we're gonna be able to ferment anything while on a boat.
You ain't got the time to ferment anything. All right, so again, you draw a little closer to this large hill you can see there to the west of your current location. At the top of this hill, it appears that there are. It is a large hill here. At the top of the hill, there's a lot of small. You can see a lot of animals have just gathered up there. Even from this distance, you can see the unmistakable forms of livestock local to the Lamarakhi region, such as armadillo goats and kiwi
Ooh.
yaks and bush
Ooh.
poultry.
Kiwi egg sounds tasty.
Kiwi as in the bird, not the fruit.
Yes. Pillaging.
What, the
How's
animals?
our food stocks looking?
Trying to pillage the animals, or are we just gonna murder some for food?
That's what I mean by pillaging.
Okay.
Like, theft.
Thiefed.
Poaching?
Not quite poaching. Similar to poaching.
Well, it may be poaching in Doc's mind. Some slug owns this. They're just not sure
Alright.
if they've met them.
So we're currently at 201 Lunchables, which is to say 5.6 days before hunger. So we aren't desperate.
I can tack on another 15 to that.
Sure, but Watcher Tim is going to pipe in. Well, if that's livestock, if we could get any of that back to Vin Drin Dop, that would that would be greatly appreciated. That would help alleviate a lot of the famine that we've been stricken with. Disaster relief.
That's true. I don't know how of our means we could get that livestock to Vin Drin Dop.
We build an ark. We take 2 of each animal.
Yeah, of our means.
Will anyone think of the billionaires who are losing out on all of this?
They are the ones truly suffering here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well, we could get them on the way back.
we could hope for them to still be there. That's true.
I mean, are we gonna go all the way back to Vin Drin Dop just to drop off some animals?
Yeah, that's not happening.
Oh, right. Shit. I almost forgot. You've moved into an empty hex. Okay. Everything's quiet for now.
Great. Love it.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Possession and trade of ambergris is prohibited by the Endangered Species Act of 1973 in the United States.
Yeah, but look up the legality of it in the Yellow City.
Yeah.
I
will probably have to call it here at 11
Sure.
tonight.
That seems... I would love if we ended at 11 for one of these sessions.
I know. I really need some sleep.
All right. I guess the next question is, what would you like to do? Yeah, where would you like to move next?
I don't think my character has much say in the matter, but if I were as a player, I would say just keep going up upriver.
Yeah, I think we keep going.
I doubt
Okay.
they hold what I have to say in any sort of weight.
Well, you have the interesting quality of being a slug, where you are simultaneously hated and also begrudgingly respected. Because you could order me to death in my own hometown.
For any reason. For any reason. Just being like, you know what? I dislike this person. They displeased me. They stepped on my crab's foot.
Yeah. So, like, you know, and like, Lucky, another slug that's like, no, this person makes money for me.
Yeah. That is the bane of everyone's existence. All right.
Yeah. So, you know, I have to be willing to listen to what you have to say, but like, it doesn't mean that Tifrit's happy about it.
Okay, so you want to continue moving north up the river here?
Yeah.
All right. We'll move one more.
Although, us being in agreement, Tifrit's very excited to hear, because that's always good news.
All right. So, as y'all make your way upriver, you come around a slight bend in the water, and in the distance, you can see the nearby mountains that. Let me pan over. You should be able to see them. Nope. Guess not. Fucking weird. I thought that was all on. No. Huh.
Huh. People eat ambergris sometimes.
Ew.
Or did. A serving of eggs and ambergris was reportedly King Charles II of England's favorite dish. And a recipe for rum shrub liqueur from the mid-19th century called for a thread of ambergris to be added to the rum, along with almonds, cloves, cassia, and the peel of oranges.
Ah, there we go. All right.
Used as a flavoring agent in Turkish coffee and in hot chocolate.
Vision. Daylight source. Yeah, all of these should have been there. I'll just add a few of them in, and then add in the rest in between sessions.
Oh, that's the edge of the world?
It's the mountains.
Well, the edge of the imagined world.
Yes.
We'll just go up and we'll start like wall glitching our way up over the mountains, and then we'll be in the unoccupied space.
You know, the difference between the Skyrim engine and the Gobin engine is that the Skyrim engine does not adapt to your bullshit.
The Gobin engine can eventually be glitched, but it's much harder.
Yeah.
It's much more flexible. You really got to bend it to snap it.
We just decided to go mountaineering for a day.
Oh, during the Middle Ages, Europeans used ambergris as a medication for headaches, cold, and epilepsy.
What about?
Hold up. What about seizures?
What about seizures?
Hold on.
All right. Yeah.
Can we actually use the ambergris to treat his alcoholism?
All right. So as y'all make your way up river, you come around a slight bend, and in the distance you can see the nearby mountains that form the perimeter of the Nung River Valley. excuse me, directly north of your position, a column of steam snakes upwards into the sky. And as you follow the white plume down towards the horizon, you can clearly see, even from this distance, the truly titanic onyx bulk of the Dolung Dam.
Oh shit!
It's in sight.
Um,
And it's inside of the mountain range.
yes, I'm
Oh,
updating.
we're close.
Updating the stream right now. There we go. Yep, it's finally in sight. However, coming down the river towards you is a log with 3 people standing on top of it.
God damn it, not again.
But that
Not more people.
is a problem for next time.
Yes.
All right, that's where we'll call it for the night. Thank you once again for tuning into our game. This has been another episode of Collaborators Without Direction. Bring your friends to watch us on twitch.tv/Kigali01 or on YouTube at Collaborators Without Direction. Until next
Absolutely.
time, you gotta be heaven to see heaven. Peace be with you.